for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
Code Red in the Bronx. I'm hearing the tension in the Yankees clubhouse is at a boiling point. A secret injury and some internal drama might force the front office to make a drastic choice that's gonna split the fan base right down the middle. I'm about to break down the real story. Subscribe to the channel right now and hit the bell to get the full story. Alright, Yanks Nation, listen up. The Bronx is buzzing. The offseason is barely underway, and two major storylines are already shaping up to define our future for 2026. One involves the comeback of a young, talented infielder who, after a tough season, has to prove he's still got what it takes to wear the pinstripes. The other story features an explosive, electrifying player who could either be a cornerstone for our success or the main bargaining chip in a strategic trade that could shake up this roster. If you want the inside scoop on every move that could change the Yankees lineup, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, because right here, I'm giving you a front row seat to every decision that will impact this team next season. First up, the big one. Yankees fans, you're gonna want to sit down for this. The Anthony Volpe saga just got a new, concerning chapter, and this time, surgery is involved. After a season filled with criticism, defensive miscues that cost us games, and a disappearing act at the plate, the shortstop once hailed as the undeniable future of our infield just went under the knife for his left shoulder. But hold on, this isn't the end of the road for the kid. It's the start of a multi-million-dollar question. Can Anthony Volpe still be the shortstop of the future in New York? Or is it high time for the Yankees to turn the page and find a new answer? Today we're diving deep into this story, breaking down what really happened to Volpe, the true impact of this injury, the dilemma the front office is facing with Jose Caballero and Oswald Peraza breathing down his neck, and what it all could mean for the 2026 roster. And of course, if you're a true fan of the Bronx Bombers, smash that like button and subscribe. The rebuild in the Bronx is just getting started, and every single detail matters. According to an exclusive report from Joel Sherman and Greg Joyce over at the New York Post, Anthony Volpe underwent a successful procedure to repair a tear in the labrum of his left shoulder. The official word from the club is that they expect him to be back in time for the 2026 regular season, assuming his rehab goes according to plan. What most of us didn't know, however, is that this injury isn't new. Volpe had been feeling it in his shoulder since May of 2025 and spent most of the year trying to play through the pain. At the time, the franchise downplayed it, calling it a partial tear, Taitubo. But what seemed minor clearly got worse, and that explains a lot. His declining performance, his compromised throwing mechanics, and most notably, the defensive errors that had all of us pulling our hair out. In 153 games, Volpe hit 19 homers, but he posted a slash line of just .22, 272, 391. Let's be real, those are disappointing numbers for a starting Yankee. Defensively, he was tied with Trevor Story of the Red Sox for the third most errors by a shortstop in MLB with 19. For a fan base that grew up watching a guy like Derek Jeter lock down that position, that's a tough pill to swallow. The Yanks are heading into this offseason with more questions than answers. The team is coming off a frustrating year, and while the offense shows flashes of power, the infield is a total puzzle. Volpe was supposed to be the centerpiece of that future. But now, with surgery under his belt and his performance tanking, the front office is starting to second-guess the blueprint. The big problem for Volpe now is the internal competition, and it just got real. Two names could drastically change the destiny of the shortstop position. Jose Caballero, who we picked up from the Tampa Bay Rays, brought some solid defensive consistency and some much-needed plate discipline. He finished the year with a .236 average, a .339 OBP, and a .347 slugging percentage. Nothing spectacular but solid. He's the kind of guy who won't lose you games and offers crucial versatility. Oswald Peraza, before his unlucky ankle fracture, was showing real improvement, hitting .243, .322, .338. with an aggressive profile that fans like to see. Back in 2024, he hit .247 overall, showing he can be a valuable rotational player. Both guys can handle shortstop competently, and that puts immediate, direct pressure on Volpe. With a surgically repaired shoulder and a track record of errors, he now has to prove he's still the best option, and by a wide margin. The dilemma is technical, but it's also emotional and strategic. The Yankees have to decide whether to keep investing in Volpe's development or pull the trigger on a trade to strengthen other areas of need, like a reliable arm for the bullpen or a consistent outfielder. The plan is for him to go through a monitored spring training with restricted swings and a full shoulder reconditioning program. The medical staff believes he can get his full strength back, but the real test will be his defensive reaction time and his consistency at the plate. In 2025, Volpe's batting average dropped 17 points against sliders and curveballs, and his average launch angle plummeted from 16.4 degrees to 11.8 degrees. That tells you he was avoiding a full follow-through, likely to protect that shoulder. If he comes back with his original contact strength, he could get back on track to being a promising player. But if that shoulder limits his defensive range or his power at the plate, the Yankees will have to act fast. Now, for the second piece of news that's got the Bronx talking. While Anthony Volpe recovers and the debate over the future of shortstop heats up, another name is starting to swirl in the rumor mill: Jazz Chisholm Jr., our electric second baseman. General Manager Brian Cashman has already started moving the chess pieces for 2026. And the big question coming out of the front office is this: are the Yankees locking Chisholm up long-term, or are they open for business? Joel Sherman of the New York Post made it clear that the franchise is, in fact, open to hearing offers for Jazz Chisholm Jr. According to him, the team has to think strategically. Chisholm is a free agent after the 2026 season. So maybe it's smarter to save that money for a guy like Cody Bellinger and go after prospects or pieces that can help right away. Sherman's point is clear. Chisholm is unbelievable when he's in the zone. A true 30-30 threat capable of impacting the game with both the bat and the glove. But there's a catch. He's also unpredictable, often taking risks that can lead to brilliant plays or costly mistakes. Sherman compared him to Russell Westbrook: extreme speed, extreme confidence, and a chance to win or lose you games for the exact same reasons. John Heyman, also from the Post, pushed back, saying, "It's highly unlikely they'd really consider trading a 30-30 player like Jazz. The main goal is to sharpen his focus." Chisholm, at 27, is coming off his second All-Star season, and in 2025 he set career highs with 31 home runs and 80 RBIs. He's one of 14 Yankees eligible for salary arbitration, which just adds another layer of complexity. At the end of the day, fans, the question remains: are the Yankees going to bet on Chisholm's development, or are they going to look for an immediate return on the market? Just like with Volpe, every decision will define the path for the Bronx next season. So what do you think, Bleacher Creatures? Should the team bet on the recovery and potential of these players, or should they hit the trade market to strengthen the roster now? Drop your opinions in the comments, because I want to hear what you have to say. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss a single update and analysis on the decisions that could transform the Yankees next season.